Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with a breaking news alert this afternoon. Authorities are responding to the scene of a combine accident, and scanner traffic indicates crews are searching for what's left of a human foot. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. That call came in around 11:15 to the 4000 block of 138th Avenue Southeast near Castleton. An AirMed has also been called to that scene. Details are limited, but we have a reporter heading there right now, and we'll bring you more information as it all becomes available. We are learning new information today on a house fire that killed several animals in Fargo. A man has now been arrested for allegedly setting that fire. Court documents say 26-year-old Tate Smith Nerline is facing a charge of endangering by fire, which is a Class B felony. Police took Smith Nerline into custody earlier this morning when they were responding to a burglary call in the Fargo Industrial Park. Smith Nerline is now also facing a burglary charge and a felony drug possession charge. 24-year-old Darcy Ellis was also arrested on that burglary call. That fire started this past Tuesday late at night. Court documents say the house belonged to Tate's mother. Fire crews battled the flames for multiple hours and kept a crew on scene into the morning to make sure no hot spots would flare up. No one was injured. New at noon, the Carrington Police Department is warning the public about a high-risk sex offender moving to the area. 29-year-old Chris Peters will be living at 197 18th Avenue North in Carrington. He was convicted of having child pornography in 2017 and for sexually assaulting a 5-year-old girl in 2002. He is a lifetime registrant. High-risk offenders are considered the most likely to recommit another disturbing crime. Taking that live look outside, today's a big day for many families. They all want to get outside later this evening for the trick-or-treating. But what can we expect in the meantime and this evening? For a check of our forecast, let's go to meteorologist Lisa Green.
Well, a lot of us are enjoying some sunshine. Temperatures are climbing too, so some small improvements on where we've been recently. Here's a look around the region, especially in eastern North Dakota. We're seeing a good amount of sun. One area I want to point out at the bottom right, Leeds. Keeping an eye on that area because radar is indicating there might be some snow in that region around Devil's Lake. There's that line of snow showers showing up on the radar. Keeping an eye out for that as it approaches Devil's Lake. The town of Devil's Lake, it's moving over the western part of the lake right now, stretching up toward just west of Langdon, Candu, and is seeing that snow, or at least it's overhead, and just west of New Rockford as well. So this is going to try to continue marching eastward here. So that may impact some of our trick-or-treaters heading into later today. Temperatures, though, we're finally seeing some numbers above freezing. The wind is kicking in out of the south, and we're getting some winds out of that are southerly that are helping to warm us up. We're at 36 degrees in Jamestown and in Valley City, 32 in Fargo. So here's a look at our forecast for trick-or-treaters tonight. Expect to have some temperatures that will be above freezing, but we'll be gradually watching those numbers drop. And in addition to that, we could be seeing some of those flurries or light snow showers and cloudy conditions hanging around into the nighttime hours tonight late. We'll see our temperatures dipping below the freezing mark yet again. And keep in mind, there's some wind out there too that will make it feel cooler. So layers will be your friend for your costume tonight. We'll have more details on that and a look at those snow chances too coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has declared an emergency for farmers in western Minnesota. The order comes because floodwaters are making it difficult for harvest season. This action comes one day after Governor Walz met with around 50 farmers and agriculture leaders in East Grand Forks to discuss the weather-related crisis facing farms in the region. As our colder, snowier weather sets in, the city of Fargo will be enforcing some parking restrictions. From November 1st until April 15th, there is no parking allowed in certain areas around town to make snow removal easier. Signs are posted in affected areas. City engineers say streets and avenues alternate having restricted parking, so you should still be able to find a spot nearby. We have new information this afternoon on the oil pipeline leak in northeastern North Dakota. Authorities are now saying more than 9,000 barrels of oil have spilled out. The state environmental quality chief says regulators were notified late Tuesday night of the leak near Edinburgh in Walsh County. The pipeline has been shut down and the cause is now under investigation. Some wetlands appear to be affected, but state officials say no sources of drinking water seem to be impacted. 6 people are facing criminal charges after police say they got caught hunting on property without permission. Foster County Sheriff's deputies arrested 6 out-of-state hunters Monday for hunting in an unharvested cornfield without permission from the owner. That is a misdemeanor in the state of North Dakota. Firefighters in California are facing an overwhelming challenge again today. Multiple wildfires driven by hurricane-force winds, threatening entire neighborhoods and forcing thousands of evacuations. Miguel Almaguer has the latest.
Racing across tinder-dry hillsides, this is the inferno firefighters fear. In Simi Valley, entire neighborhoods threatened by those powerful winds. 40 and 50-mile-per-hour gusts, whipping up firenadoes. This is the terrifying view for crews facing the intense heat and flames.
It's not just the flames that makes this wind-driven fire so dangerous. You can see embers are flying everywhere, and that could ignite a new fire a mile away.
The blaze surrounding the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library, coming within 50 feet of historic exhibits, but sparing the compound, thanks to a steady air attack from water-dropping helicopters and fixed-wing planes, laying down lines of retardant.
Time to go, bud.
An intense firefight saving thousands of homes. Resources have been stretched thin, with multiple fires breaking out across the region. In Riverside County, winds strong enough to topple tractor trailers kicked up a fast-moving fire near the freeway. As the flames approached, dozens were quickly evacuated from a senior center. Neighbors helping save animals. This horse seemingly running back into the fire to help other horses escape. On the west side of LA, residents returning to assess the damage after the Getty fire destroyed a dozen homes. And in Northern California, firefighters finally making progress against the devastating Kincade fire, which has now torched more than 76,000 acres over the past week, claiming at least 266 structures.
This cannot be the new normal.
But on the front lines, the most extreme wind event in over a decade shows no signs of letting up. It's a new reality on the fire lines as wind-driven blazes take a terrible toll on the Golden State, now turning red.
Those powerful Santa Ana winds are expected to continue today. A huge portion of Southern California remains under an extreme red flag warning. In our consumer alert this afternoon, Adam Data Solutions is out with its vacant properties and foreclosures report. Data from the fourth quarter shows just over 1.5 million single-family homes and condos were vacant and under foreclosure. That's just above 1.5% of all single-family homes and condos across the country. But some zip codes, like those in Flint, Michigan, still have vacancy rates well above the national average. Coming up here at